Welcome to Trade with Rob, brought to you by WealthBuildersHQ.com. This update is for Tuesday, November 12th, 2024. As we get started, keep in mind that everything we look at is for education. Nothing's meant to be advice or recommendations. If you find something you like, anything, make sure it fits your own personal risk profile and risk tolerance. All right. So as we get started here, I want to first jump into our trades from last week. And they would have been trades that would have been sent off for Friday, because we don't do an update on Friday. And the only one there was MasterCard, the only one that went off. The other two did not trigger an alert, so we're not going to go through those. So what we're looking at here is, this is today's bar in real time. Market is closed right now. We're just shy of 4:30. So we're looking at the 8th, which was right here, right? And it was MasterCard. So if we go and look at the 5-minute chart on Friday, right? We had this gap up and this pullback. We're going to bring this down to a 1-minute chart, right? So we had this gap up and this pullback. So what do we have here? 518.72 is our support line. Our closing price on this day was 519.56. So 18.72 to 56. So about 70, 80 cents, whatever the number comes out to be. I really do not want to do math at this point, whatever those numbers come out to be, but it gave us a close right here and a bounce on the next trade, and we were in this trade at about 520. Yep, it was right at 520 actually. And then the trade triggered an exit right at the end of the day, or at the end of the resistance line there, that 525.56. We got out at 524, so that wound up being a $288 trade. Our average trade is $223.78 down here. Right? Of the 59 trades we've taken, 46 winners, 10 went against us, 3 broke even. We've got, so a little bit better of a trade today. You can see from last week, we had 4 trades go off last week. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, a little over $1,000 last week. One contract, one trade. That's it. One contract, one trade. On average, again, $223. $13,203 is our total P&L. So very excited, very, very excited for this. Let's see. Let me go ahead and bring up the S&P 500. And if you were in my power hour this afternoon, you heard me talk about this already in depth, much more in depth than we're going to go here. If you were not in power hour this afternoon, actually, let me rephrase that. Well, if you weren't in power hour, you might want to be. It is a free training we do each and every Monday at noon. We go through the market analysis. We go through VIX. We go through your candidates. There's a trading topic of the week, which is pure education and the likes. So go ahead, and if you go over to tradinglikeaboss.com, you will find Power Hour is a Monday, Trading Coach's Playbook is a Friday. We do every single week that the market is open. We have those 2 free trainings. Just register for them, and you'll get an email with the Zoom link in it, and you'll have a blast. So regardless, we closed at $6,001.35. So we closed just above the 6,000 mark. We got a little blue zone in there, which is the fib line up to the 6,000 level, that 59.80 and a half. 59.80 is closing up to 6,000. If we scrunch down, we got a long way to go up to that 60.82 to our next fib line. And if we break, we're looking at that move down to 59.18 or so as that support level here, which is where my 8 moving average is as well. Okay, so there's S&P 500. Let's go ahead and get our first candidate in there, and that is going to be ADP. Let me go ahead and set this up here. Let's go and get a little bit bigger picture. A little too big, maybe. All right, I want to just see the entire fib on the screen. So we've pressed up to the -1 right now. So we're going to need a new fib on here. We just don't have a real good pullback point yet. So as we look here, here's what I like the upside potential first, because we're in a bullish bias, right? So I'm going to grab the blue pen first, which gives us the upside move, right? So make the move up, pull back, and bounce. If it does, that 313 is resistance, right? My target in here is going to be about 311, 310 and a half, probably where I would be. We would take the trade as we bounce off of that 308 level. So you don't have a lot of room to the upside, right? So it's kind of a tight trade. Your stop is just down here below support. To the downside, although we're not in a bearish setup, I would not mind seeing a small move down, a retest towards that 307.71, and a fail, with the goal of that 300 being our support and the target being right about 302, 301 and a half. All right, 302, because it's a lot easier than 302 and 1.5. With our stop just on the other side of that 302.71. So again, I do like this set up a lot. It's a good true switch back because there's a lot of opportunity. Right, next is Toll Brothers, TOL. You can see the entire fib. I'm going to just drag this a little bit out to the right. If I scrunch down a little bit, we're in a bullish bias, so we're going to go with the bullish trade first, although there's a lot more opportunity to the upside. So we'll grab the blue pen. I need a small move up, a pullback, and a bounce. Right, 161 is resistance. We're going to look at 160 is going to be my target. I'm going to take the trade as it bounces off the 157, so not a lot of room in there. Right, you got about $2 move, $2.50 move in there total. My stop's going to be just on the other side. To the downside, we're going to focus on that 8 moving average. Once again, not a big move in there. It's only about $4. Fail, retest, and drop. My support is at 153.42. So my target is going to be 154.5. 154.5 is going to be the target. Stop is just on the other side of that 157.06. And then last is ZS. Let's get a bigger view of the fib. All right, so there's the entire fib. Let's bring it in now. So 199, 209, we're good. We don't need to worry about that on the top. I like the bullish side first, but let's just get rid of my crosshair. It's in the way. Perfect. All right. Small move up, retest, bounce. 209 is resistance. My target's going to be right about 208. So I got a lot of room in here. Now you can go 207, 208, somewhere in there. Your risk profile, right? I'm going to take the trade as it bounces off support. My stop is going to be just down below that 198.75. To the downside, it's going to be a fail, a retest, and a drop. We've got a moving average in here, which just happens to be at our fibit at 192 3/4. That's support. My target in this one is going to be 194. So I've got about $4 or $5 in there to the downside. My stop will be just on the other side. All right, and there you have it, folks. That's 3. That's our 3 candidates just out of kicks and giggles. We have 16 today. If you want the other 13 candidates going forward, go ahead and subscribe to Trade with Rob. It is free. Okay, what'll happen is you'll get an email that says, hey, the video is ready. So now you'll have a link. You just go over to our YouTube channel. You can watch the video. And then it's also going to say, hey, here's the rest of the candidates that Rob didn't talk about today. Right? So we pulled out 16 of them for today. I just picked the top 3 that I like the most. There are other ones that are still great candidates in there. Maybe some that are a little bit lower priced positions as well, such as ADP and TOL and ZS are definitely a little bit higher in the range. With that, ladies and gentlemen, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all on our next update. Bye for now.